What's up, everybody on Charleston Car Videos? We got an exciting review for you today. That's right, we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Ford EcoSport. Economy Sport, EcoSport, EcoSport, I don't know, but a lot of the Ford dealerships out there doing videos on these are calling it the EcoSport. I kind of like EcoSport a little better, but that doesn't really matter a whole lot because we're going to be taking a look at it. Call it whatever you want, but this is the car right here. It's a sport compact SUV according to Ford's website. I'd like to call it a CUV, but again, to each his own. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato. But the main thing is we're going to check it out, see what it's all about, and test drive it. So let's go ahead and get started. Now the vehicle right here is a SE trim level. Now the one we're driving today, we're actually going to pull up the titanium package one just because it's a little sportier and all that kind of thing. But I still wanted to show you this one. So we got the keys to it. I like the red. Looks good. Sporty. I mean, it's a tiny little car. It's not very big, but at the same time, it's not that small, right? I mean, we got it kind of parked here next to the Ford Escape, so you can see here. Let's get kind of a look here at the two cars right next to each other. There's your Escape. Here's your EcoSport. Right there. So as you can see, not that much smaller than an Escape. Just a little bit, like a hair, right? I mean, look at the front ends, right? There you go. I think a lot of people that are going to be looking at buying this car are also going to possibly be people that are looking at that car. So I thought that'd be a great thing to do, is take kind of a look at both of them sitting right here together. Let's take a look at the rear of the EcoSport and see what that's all about. Kind of looks like an Escape, doesn't it? Kind of has that look. But again, you know, most auto manufacturers, all their cars and their different, you know, models, all still kind of have that look. And you can say, okay, that's a Ford, that's a Honda, that's a Mazda, that's a Volkswagen, that's a Chevrolet. Anyways, that's a Ford right there. But there's the rear end. Hatchback, of course. There's the rear of the Escape. So not too bad. Thank goodness that we're filming in high definition and it's not 1998 when we got standard def video. God, right, that would be horrible, wouldn't it? This great HD video, it really gives you a good look at the car, nice and crisp. So hopefully you're watching in HD right now on YouTube with us on Charleston Car Videos. Always remember, folks, head over to marchantchevrolet.com and Ravenel Ford and check out all our inventory between both stores here in Ravenel. Anyways, let's take a look at the window sticker, because even a brand new car that just basically landed at our dealership and landed all over the United States of America is already $98 over factory invoice, and that's kind of the thing here at Ravenel Ford. So suggested retail price on this SE is $25,590. Ravenel Ford discount, already got a discount. How about that? $529 bucks. $98 over invoice is how we sell all new cars. That puts you at $25.61. There's even a rebate. Holy mackerel, less rebate of $1,000 puts you at an easy price of $24,061. I'm telling you, folks, $24,061 for a 2018 car. Sunroof up top, you got the little roof racks. Let's take a look at the interior. I mean, it's got all kinds of great features. Backup camera. I mean, look at that cool looking smart key. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and unlock her. There's the backup camera right there. There's got to be something here to open this up. Again, this is my first time really kind of getting a close look at this car. So as you can see right now, I'm having a hard time finding the spot to open the hatch. So if I'm having a hard time, you might have a hard time too. I'm like, is it here? Is it there? Where is it? Do you kick? Man, we're not having an easy time, are we? Well, let's go take a look in the interior. That's one for sure I've never had a problem with, is finding out how to open up a hatch. Power windows, power door locks, all that stuff on the SE. You got black cloth interior seats, got the cool designs in there. You know, pretty roomy for the most part, though. You know, the car looks tiny, but when you get on the inside, it's very spacious looking. I mean, it's a lot of headroom inside of here. I'm a guy that's around 6'1", 215 pounds, and the weight fluctuates. Some weeks I tell you on video I'm 200, other weeks 220. Today's 215. But anyways, we got a start-stop engine button, leather-wrapped steering wheel. And it really looks like they took a Samsung tablet or an iPad and just kind of pop and stuck it right there. And it's pretty solid, so that's definitely not going anywhere. And I kind of like it. That's pretty interesting. I like how that sits right there. So, not too bad. Automatic transmission, got a 12 volt, you got 2 USB ports there, and you got heated seats in the front. I mean, that's pretty sweet. You got a lot of nice little features. Even down here, if you notice, if you see those little rings going on in there, that means at nighttime it kind of lights up. We call that ambient lighting in the car business. This could be a little bigger, right? But again, it's a small car. Opens up, and then you got, it gets even deeper. I don't see any outlets in there to plug any devices in, so all that's going on right up there. Doesn't move forward or back or anything. And it's kind of a rubber. I'll be curious to see what the titanium package one looks like when we get into it earlier. So that'd be a nice comparison here today between the two. If you got sunglasses or Ray-Bans, Maui Jims, you can throw them right up there. Your lighting on the interior, just regular lights, no LEDs going on right here. Do you get a light in the mirror? Well, not in the mirror, but there is a light right up top, so I like that. That's pretty cool. And there's oh crap handles at the top, so you can grab on, because you know somebody's going to be going fast around the corner in this little car. So anyways, let's take a look in the back. That's the room you have in the rear. Do take into consideration that the passenger seat is pretty much all the way pushed back. This one is too. So with the seats all the way pushed back, you don't have a whole lot of leg room, right? So, but that's not necessarily the case. If you're sitting up there and your seat's forward, not everybody's 6 foot tall. You might have a little more room. Not bad. More lights up here. Coat hanger spot there. Speakers in the door panels. I got a feeling this is going to be great. Oh, this is kind of cool. Look at that. I like that little pouch right there and one down there. 2 pouches on passenger side, 1 on driver. That's cool though. I like how Ford has added these pouches. That's really cool. Look at that. There's another one here. Not on the driver's side, but there's a pouch there. So 1, 2, 3. I don't know if there's one on the other side over there or not. And you got a 110 volt, 150 watt outlet down there. Kind of like something you'd have in your house, you know, to plug, there you go, to plug something in. You're not going to find a whole lot of crossover vehicles like this with 110 volt, 150 watt AC outlet. Not bad. Now, can we get in the trunk, right? That's the whole question right now. Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? This is really interesting. There is, I cannot find the spot. There's nothing under there to click it. That is really interesting. It's not under here. What's up with that? I mean, does it have something to do with the key? Is it a power tailgate? There still should be a button back here to open this. I am really confused. I really am. What's going on here? Do you press the Ford logo in? I got a feeling we're gonna be sitting here for a while figuring this out. So we're gonna move on. But when we figure that out, I'm gonna get a sales guy to show me. When we figure that out, we'll let you know in just a minute here. All right, Charles is gonna show us, everybody, because I've been sitting here for 5 minutes trying to figure this out. Oh, wow.
You got it locked.
Oh, yeah. Well, let's see. It's unlocked. Okay, here. Okay, so, but basically, folks,
Lock it and unlock it.
That's interesting.
There we go.
Okay, oh, so it doesn't open like that.
Yeah,
It opens like that.
it's got really great accessibility.
Yeah, look at that.
You don't have that hatch to go all the way up and hit you in the face.
True, yeah. For us taller guys, this is actually a little better setup here.
It's not that high up. It's easy loading.
Yeah, and I like how the plastic's here. You don't have to stress about scratching paint. That's cool. Thank you, Charles. All right. We got to look at this one more time, everybody, because that I would have never known. I mean, I would have not figured that out unless Charles came over here and showed me. But you can tell you got definitely a chrome kind of thing going on here to open that up. This side, it's chrome in there, but it's, you know, it's not like this side over here. And it, but here's the thing, folks. It really is kind of hard to open it up. I mean, look at this. Oh, okay, here's how it works. You don't need to pull that right there. There's a button, let's show you. There's a button under there. Tough to see on camera right now, but there's a little black button here. Just like if there was a button under here, just press the button and it pops open, okay? So, man, that was cool. Hopefully that helps some of y'all out when you're Googling it and all that, right? Unfortunately, you got to wait until about 8 to 9 minutes into the video to figure that one out. Maybe we'll make a separate clip just about that right there. All right, cool. Let's find the titanium package, everybody, and let's go for a test drive. All right, everybody, I thought we were going to drive the titanium package, but it's still got to get finished getting cleaned up. It's dirty, right? It's still got plastic all over the inside, you know, all that kind of thing. So we're not going to test drive the titanium. We'll have to do that another day. So we'll probably take out that one right there. Not much of a difference, really. I mean, titanium is really more about, you know, the trim level with all the cooler features and all that. But my main thing right now is actually testing out and see if it's got a power tailgate, right? So anyways, here's the key. I believe that's it. Yeah, silver. There's no button for power tailgate on here. So as you can see, there's no button. So it does not have any power feature to open up. But as you can see here, there's a little sticker there that shows you exactly how to do that. And that's, yeah, so even if you get a titanium, there is no power feature to open that up, and that makes sense. I mean, the ones that go upwards, that makes sense of power, but going that way, I don't think that's really much of an option right now with this car. But, you know, a few little differences. I mean, you can see them, but still, like on this one, you got the silver on the bottom. That one's just black. Wheels are pretty close to the same. I mean, not too much difference in rims. Fuel economy, no difference. I mean, 29 on the highway, 27 city, average combined 28. Let's take a look at the actual interior, because that's really on the titanium what is going to be mostly different. And we're going from cloth interior to leather. As you can see, door panel's different. Got the leather insert there, power everything going on. Power seat right there. No lumbar support though. And then there's your leather seats. Not bad, they look good, they're clean, and I like the color. They got the perforated holes in them, lets them breathe and stay cooler. But, you know, I thought the armrest would be kind of wrapped in leather. It's not. Still got start-stop engine button, same screen, all that. So, you know, not a whole lot of difference, really, from the SE to this one, other than the seating with the leather. That's really about it. Now, of course, there could be some little high-tech features and things that might be different on titanium compared to the SE, but overall, you know, looks and things like that, not a whole lot of difference. Nope, not much at all, really. Now, there is a difference in price, and retail on a titanium front-wheel drive is $27,340. Let's keep looking. Front end, you know, not much difference on the front. No cool LED lighting or anything like that, really, that I can see. But hold on a minute, there is something right there. There's a little daytime running light, so that's nice. It's got it on this one too, so the SE's got it. It's not lit up right now, but it's got it. Okay. I mean, but overall, the front ends are not a whole lot of difference. I mean, here's one, chrome, right? Chrome there. Satin silver, kind of a painted finish here. Wheels, kind of got a machine face with some painted inserts. Pretty much same rim, but all silver. The main difference is price. This one retail is $27,340. With the discounts and 98 over invoice and all that, brings you down to $25,794. $25,794. $24.61. So not much difference in price, but you know, hey, that's $20, $30 a month on payment. So, you know, at the end of the day, you got to figure out, do you want the SE, do you want the titanium? I mean, for $20 difference or so on your monthly payment for, you know, the $1,500 difference on the two cars after all the discounts, you know, would you rather pay a little extra and get the titanium? I probably would. That's my personal opinion. I probably would buy the titanium versus the SE. As long as they had the right color and the combinations that I like, I'd probably go with the titanium one. And it looks good. I mean, I like the silver, looks nice, you know, not bad. Now, as far as motors go on these vehicles, a 1.0 liter turbo engine, 6-speed automatic transmission, but a 1.0 liter. That's different. That's the SE. Let's see if the titanium's got a different engine in it. I don't think it does, but 1.0 liter turbo. So anyways, I think that is like a 3-cylinder engine or an inline or something like that. Anyways, as always, let me know in the comments what you think, and give me your opinion on this car. What do you think about it? Anyways, I still want to go take it out for a drive. We're waiting on our internet guy inside, Mr. John, and I'm gonna let John drive while I film and let him kind of talk about some stuff, because I think he wants to do that. So let's go have a little fun. But holy moly, the wind is definitely picking up. We got a storm coming. It's gonna rain, so maybe we'll test it out in the rain and see how she does. All right, stay with us. All right, everybody, about to take a test ride in the EcoSport with John Greenberg from Ravenel Ford. So we're getting ready to go ahead and hop in right now, and I'm gonna sit in the back seat, film him while he's in the front. One feature I wanted to show you real quickly here I thought was cool when I opened up the back. Check this out. Got this 12-volt outlet right here in this little section here, which is really interesting. So you got the 110, 150 watt AC outlet right there, then you got a 12-volt here. That's cool. So Ford thinks of it all when it comes to the little things just like that. That's what we're talking about, folks. All right, let's go for a ride. All right, everybody, John's going to be taking us for a ride in this wonderful car today, and he's going to be testing out, you know, the way it drives, the way the suspension feels, the performance going around corners, things like that. And he'll tell us about some of the safety features on this vehicle that are really helpful if you get in an accident or anything like that, which we don't want that to happen to anybody, but if it happens, this car's got some really great technology on it to help you out. John, now that we're on the highway in this great car, now the proper name, as Ford would like to say, it's not EcoSport, it's an EcoSport. Ford would like you to call it an EcoSport. The vehicle is economical, and they want you to call it an EcoSport, not an EcoSport. So, one cool thing about it though is the engine size. It is a 1 liter inline 3-cylinder engine. So very small, and the turbo in it is really about that big. It's incredible if you look at it. Oh, that's interesting. So a very small turbo engine on this car, but it gets great fuel economy. I'm thinking around what, 29 on the highway, 27 city, average combined of 28 mile per gallon.
Yep, that's right.
So it's you said it's a 1.0 liter inline 3-cylinder.
That is correct. And even though people might say it's a small engine, it's very responsive. It's got great throttle response, and it feels quite powerful. It doesn't feel like it lacks any kind of power, even though it is a 1.0 liter inline 3-cylinder engine.
Now, John, how would you say, is it pretty quiet on the cabin in here?
Oh, it's extremely quiet. You know, even if you look in front of us, we do have a dump truck right in front of us, and dump trucks do make an awful lot of noise, and we are out here in the country, so it's quiet outside, so you would think you'd hear the dump truck making all kind of bumps and banging, and you'd hear the engine of it, but it's extremely quiet, and we don't have the radio on now, but if we did, you wouldn't hear a thing.
Yeah, it is really quiet in here. Now sitting in the driver's seat right now driving, how would you say, you know, looking out the windows and all, is it pretty easy to see out of this vehicle, as in blind spots and things like that?
It's got great visibility. It does have a very wide windshield. You know, the width of the vehicle is no different than the width of an Escape, even though it is smaller than the Escape as far as, you know, how long it is. And you've got plenty of vision out of your mirrors, left and right. And if you notice, you do have a blind spot monitoring system on this car. So you can see a little speck of black, which is 2 vehicles on each of the mirrors. Stop at the railroad tracks. And whenever you have a vehicle that is in your blind spot, that will light up to let you know.
Okay. Now, John, tell us a little bit about the safety features on this vehicle in case an accident happens or you maybe go off the side of the road or anything like that.
Yeah, not a problem. So we are located, you know, just 15 minutes south of Charleston. So we're not far from Charleston, but we are in the country, and even in Charleston, there's plenty of woods and marsh on the side of the road. So say you're driving at night and, you know, God forbid a deer or a hog were to come out in front of you and you end up going into the marsh or going into the woods. There's an Sos Post-Crash System on the EcoSport, and what's going to happen is when the vehicle's personal safety system understands that you've been into an accident, it's going to automatically turn on the flashers and the horn will start blasting. Now, if you just get into a fender bender, you can turn that off by just pushing the hazard lights. But, you know, if it's at night and people are searching for you, it makes it much easier if your lights are flashing and the horn's going off, especially if you end up incapacitated from the accident.
John, everyone always wants to know, you know, does the car have any cool technology with Ford Sync for hooking up smartphones, Android, you know, Apple devices and all that? And then also, we want you to lead in telling us about some of the safety features that Ford Sync offers that can be compatible with your phone system.
Yeah, not a problem. You know, the phone can pair to the vehicle via Bluetooth with Ford Sync 3, but with that, Ford offers a great safety feature where it's called 911 Assist, and you can activate that when you first pair your phone. And in the event of an accident, if the airbags deploy, the vehicle knows it's in an accident, it's going to reach out directly to emergency services via the phone that's connected. So when you pair a phone, you're in an accident, it will call 911 within 10 seconds of the accident. And if for some reason you can't answer, the GPS location services in your phone will let the emergency services know where you are. And we're waiting for a second. You'll feel the engine kind of shudder and turn off. And there will be a green A with a round arrow come up right where you see the park, reverse, neutral, drive.
And so you have to activate it through this button down here, correct? On the A button right there with the little...
Well, by default, when you turn the engine on, it's going to be on by default. Now, if you want to turn it off, you would just push this button here, the auto start stop button off.
Okay.
That's going to deactivate it by the switch. But if you want that turned off permanently, you have to turn it off every time you hop into the vehicle or turn the vehicle on to go somewhere.
Okay. So right now that is actually active when the light is on where it says off. Is that correct? Or does that mean it's actually off right now?
It's actually off right now, so if I were to punch it again, you can see on the screen that it's activated by switch.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So now it's activated. All right.
Right.
And basically, everybody, so you know, basically that cuts the engine off when you go to a stop sign or you just stop the car at the parking at the stop light. That helps with fuel economy and fuel consumption, I would assume.
We'll see. We'll try and activate it here by just mimicking. I'm going to turn around real quick. But just by mimicking us going to a stop sign or a stoplight, a little bit of speed, and we'll come to a stop and have the brake on for a little bit and see if we can't. There we go.
Okay.
So that green A with a arrow around it means that the auto start stop function has been activated and the engine is off, but the accessories for the electronics and the air controls are still activated.
Okay. And so basically, as soon as you put your foot on that gas pedal again, just barely, it cranks right on back up.
Even before that, I'll take my foot up off the brake and you'll feel the engine come back to life, and you can see the RPMs come up as well.
Okay.
So even before you can get your foot to the gas pedal, the engine turns back on.
Now Ford, John, says this is a compact SUV, which some people want to say maybe it's a crossover. What chassis is this vehicle on Ford's platform with all the other cars that they offer?
Well, as far as dimensions go, the EcoSport actually matches up to almost everything on the Fiesta. So it's basically a crossover on the Ford Fiesta chassis.
Okay. And now front wheel drive or rear wheel drive?
Front wheel drive.
The screen's pretty big, right? It's got a nice size to it.
It is.
And the colors are pretty vibrant. It's easy to see. And I'm trying to, let's take a look. It tells you your temperature on there and all that. How's the steering wheel feel right now?
It's very responsive. You know, this road, you know, it is kind of flat, so it's easy to drive on. But, you know, I wouldn't call it stiff, but it's very comfortable. You know, it's not super easy to turn. You feel like you're going to go off the road, but it's very responsive and it's very comfortable.
So John, a question people always have when they're shopping for a vehicle is, you know, pricing. And a lot of times people ask, you know, can I get a discount? Can you explain the pricing structure at Ravenel Ford?
Now, Ravenel Ford has been open for over 2 decades here in Ravenel, South Carolina. And we've priced our new vehicles the exact same since doors have opened. All new Fords are priced at just $98 over invoice with no closing fees. There's no dealer fees, no admin fees, no dock fees, no procurement fees, and no unwanted dealer add-ons. And then you receive any applicable incentives and rebates with that. So we do have some of, if not the best priced vehicles for Ford in Charleston, South Carolina, if not the entire Southeast.
So John, give it a little tap here. See how the acceleration is on this car. Can you feel the turbos at all?
Certainly can.
Okay.
So it's certainly not a race car by any means. You know, you have this car to economically drive throughout town, throughout city, or on the interstates. So you're not going to, you know, win any races in it, but it will do its job to drive. And of course, if you're in the radio, you do have your back and forth and pause and start options there. Audio controls, sources, AM, FM, satellite radio. If you have a Bluetooth device connected, you can go through there. Phone pairing abilities, full navigation. You can do destination by searching previous destinations, home, work, favorites, all of your favorites. Your Ford point of interests here, all fully available. Any apps you might have on your mobile phone, Apple or Android, and then further settings for the actual system. You do have some cool vehicle features. You can change your camera settings. This is going to let you know you have the ability to use Ford Pass, which is an app you can download on your phone, and you can control your vehicle remotely, start, stopping, unlocking the doors, locking the doors, finding the location of your vehicle, seeing your current fuel consumption and how much fuel you have in the car. Ford Pass is a cool app. Ambient lighting settings. At night, you have some LED lights within the vehicle, in the cup holders, and where the pedals are, and the passenger side and the floorboard. Change the color. You can change the brightness of how bright you want it if you'd like. Valet mode. If you have a valet driver driving, you know, you can enter your own 4-digit PIN to lock everything in here and unlock it with that same 4-digit PIN.
Oh, that's
all
cool
features.
That's pretty good, John. All right, everybody, we had a great time today with John and taking out a test drive in the EcoSport 2018. Beautiful car. It's an SE. Come down and see them at Ravenel Ford. I'm telling you, they know how to do business out here. Car buying made easy at Ravenel Ford. Make sure if you're on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think about the new 2018 EcoSport. We really like it here at Ravenel Ford. We love it at Charleston Car Videos. It's always cool to see new vehicles coming out each year. And Ford definitely has one heck of a lineup for new models. I tell you, it's pretty cool. They got all kinds of stuff, from hybrids to diesels to stuff like this to the coolest trucks in the automotive industry. We'll see you soon from Ravenel Ford, and visit them online at ravenelford.com.